Hi, my name is Anthony from Gordon Multimedia, and this is part 2 of our WordPress 101 series, editing a page. In this video, we're going to go over how to edit a page and how to create a page and some of the different things you can add to pages like links and images. So what we're going to do is, first of all, we're going to make sure we're logged in. I showed you how to do that in part 1. Up here in the top bar, you can see that we have a black bar that shows us so that we're logged into the page, and the page we're going to want to edit is sample page. So we're going to want to take away this text or whatever change we want to make to this page. So we're going to navigate to the page like we do normally. So we're going to click the nav bar there, and this is a page. So we're going to click Edit Page. Now there's two different ways to get to the editor side of a page. This is the more straightforward approach, where you're just navigating normally and then clicking the Edit Page button on top. And then this is the editor side of that page. Another way you can get to this is if you're just logged into your site. In the back end of your site, you'll see there's a Pages tab here on the left-hand side. If you click this, you'll see all the pages associated with your site. Right now there's only one, so it's easy to navigate. Sometimes when you have a larger site, there's a next button and it gets a little bit more complicated. There is a search bar, and there are ways you can filter it by alphabetical order or by who wrote the page. But these are two different ways you can get to the editor side of a page. So we're just going to click on the title here, and it's going to bring us to that same screen we were at earlier. So the editor is pretty straightforward, similar to most text editors or Microsoft Word or something of that nature. You're just going to be able to highlight and delete text and add text. When you're working in the editor side of a page, you want to make sure you're in the visual tab of the editor box. This will hide HTML. If you click text, you can see it's unformatted text and there's HTML elements inside. You don't have to worry about that. So just click on the visual. Make sure you clicked you're on that visual tab. So there's a few different things you can do on a page. We're going to start off by just clearing all this out. And we're going to add some sample text. Just like that. And I want to highlight this, make sure that people understand. Just going to click bold, and that's going to bold that text. A lot of this is pretty straightforward, and you should more than likely already be pretty familiar with what most of these will do, such as centering and stuff like that. What we're going to do is add a link. So to add a link, you're going to highlight the text that you want to be clickable. So most of the time people do something like go to our home page, click here. Get aggressive. We're going to highlight this, and right on top where this toolbar here, you'll see a link icon. And if you hover over it, you'll see it says insert edit a link. Click that and it'll bring up this pop-up. From here, you can either enter in the URL of a page. So let's say we're linking to a page that's outside our site. Let's say we want to link to Google. We're going to just copy this and paste it right here in this URL box. Whenever you are linking to a site that's outside of your website, so a page that's on Google or on another website, you want to click this little button here that says Open Link in a new tab and window. This is not something you necessarily have to do, but it's a good idea. So it's really easy for people to navigate back to your site, and they can just, if they close that tab on their browser, they'll go right back to your site, so you don't get lost in the navigation aspect of it. So if you just click Add Link here, you'll see that the text that we highlighted is now blue, and there's an underline underneath it. If we click Update, and make sure whenever you're in WordPress editing a page or a post or anything like that, there's always going to be this blue button here on the right-hand side. It's going to be either Update or Publish, and whenever you make any changes, you want to make sure that you click this because your changes aren't automatically saved. Click Update there, and then to go back to the front end of the site so we can see how this is going to be formatted and how it looks and how it works. We're just going to click View Page up top. And as you can see, our changes have been published. We got rid of all that text, and now we have our link. If we click this link, you'll see that up top in my browser it opened up a new tab. I'll do that one more time. It opened up a new tab. So now if someone's checking out the link that you posted and they close it, they'll be brought right back to that page where they left from your site. Another thing we can add to a page, just click edit page there, is an image. We're going to go over the media, how to add media a little bit, or how to manage media on your site a little bit later in the videos. But for now, we can just go over the basics of adding an image. So we're going to click add media. And this is a media pop-up that's going to help you upload the file. So what we're going to do is select a file. Let me go over to my pictures and grab something real quick. Go to Multimedia logo, open. And it's going to load your image. From here, let's just insert to page. Insert into page. As you can see, our image is right here underneath. Now, we can do a few different things. If you click and drag on it, you can move it to a different spot in the context of the text. So let's say we want to put it between the link. We can put it right after there and just hit enter. As you can see, it's in between. There's a few other formatting things you can do. If you click on an image, you'll see two buttons. There's a delete button and then there's the edit image button. Click the edit image button, it'll bring up another pop-up with your options for what you can do for the image. There's different alignment options. Right now it's set to none, but if you have it centered, it'll center the image right. It'll stay right, and as you can see, they show you how it will align in context of the text. So the text will be right up against it if you have it in this option. We're going to keep it, let's just keep it centered. You can also enter the title, alternative text, and stuff like that. And you can also link an image. Similar to how we linked that text, we can place a link on an image. And we're going to do the same thing we did earlier with the Google page. We're just going to link it to google.com. And like I said before, you want to make sure it opens up in a new tab. As you can see, there's no checkbox in this editor. So you just have to click Advanced Settings. And from here, Open Link in New Window is right down here. And just update that. So now we have centered our image, we've added an image, upload an image, and we have linked it to Google similar to this text. So we're going to click Update like always, and View Page. And as you can see, when you highlight over it, you can see the link in the bottom corner. You click that, and it opens up a new tab with the link. So I've shown you how to edit a page. Now let's say we want to add a page. Similar to before, there's a couple different ways to do it. If you're already in the editor, you can just click Add New here, or you can see your overview of all your pages here on this left sidebar, and click Add New here. From here, we're going to add the title of this new page. We're going to call it About Us, and from here, the editor is exactly the same. You can add text here, add links, and stuff like that. What we're going to do is add a link to the sample page that we were just working on. So click here. Alright, we're going to just click Updates to save our changes before we do anything, and we're just going to highlight this link. Same process, click the link button. And this will be a little bit different than before because we're not linking outside of our site, we're linking to a page that already exists. So as you can see, or link to existing content is a little drop down. You click this triangle and you see the linking to existing content. And this will show you all the pages or post types, which we'll get into a little bit later, that you can link to. We're going to start off by just checking out this drop down. As you can see right here, sample pages right here. If you have a lot of pages, sometimes it's a good idea to just start typing it out and it starts filtering it out. Sample page is the page you want to link to. And when we do that, we don't have to really worry about opening a new tab because there's no need to. You're still navigating within your site. So we don't want to make it more complicated than have to with all these new tabs. So we're going to leave that unchecked, add link. As you can see, it highlights the text, update, and view page. If the update hasn't been done all the way through or hasn't saved your changes, sometimes your browser will show this pop-up, confirm navigation, and this is just kind of like a safeguard so that if you make any changes and you haven't hit the update or publish, it's going to try to warn you. This doesn't always happen. It changes up. I'm going to assume it changes browser to browser, but in this case, it did save us here. So we're going to stay on this page, click update, make sure it goes all the way through. The page is reloaded. Now we click view page. That pop-up doesn't show up. And our link is right here. And as you can see, you click it, brings you right to the sample page with our previous edits.